Well, it says what should be added to x cube plus 2x square minus 13x to get a remainder 4 when divided by x minus 3. So here the remainder is given, we have to find an unknown number, right, to be added. So let k be added. To the expression. So fx now, you already had x cube plus 2x square minus 13x added k. Now here says the remainder is 4. Remainder is 4 when divided by x minus 3. So remainder will be obtained by putting x equal to 3. So remainder is given 4 is equal to, you may write this or you may not write this, this is optional. What you do is you replace x with 3. So 4 is equal to So I repeat, it says what should be added. So I said k will be added. So the expression is this, remainder will be obtained by putting x equal to 3 as it is divided by x minus 3. So remainder is this, and that is given to be 4. So that's given 4. So this is minus 2 to be added, and that's the answer. You have to write what is to be added or what is to be subtracted. You may have the same sum. Okay, when it says what should be subtracted. So when it says what should be subtracted, you write the same thing, k to be subtracted, and in this place you will have minus k. I repeat, if it says what should be subtracted, you will have the same method. Instead of plus k, you will write minus k because k has to be subtracted. And then whatever the value of k you get, that has to be subtracted. Now look at this sum. Here we get k is equal to minus 2. Now, so when I write k equal to minus 2, the answer is minus 2 to be added. You can also write 2 to be subtracted. When you add minus 2 means you are subtracting 2. Is that okay? So the same sum, when it comes with subtraction, you can do that. Okay? Well, the next sum is the same thing. Instead of adding, I said subtraction, and I have changed the wording a bit. There it was a little different wording. Here I said to get a remainder There it was says the remainder was this 1 divided by this. So same thing, just replace it other way. So here subtracted. So let k be subtracted. So the function is now 2x cube minus 4x square plus 5x. Now here it will be k is subtracted, so minus k. There I said k is added, so that was plus k. Here it is minus k. Remainder is equal to 5 given. We obtain it by putting x equal to 5. So this is another one when it says what to be subtracted. So k is 160. So please write therefore 160 to be subtracted. So what can be added? What can be subtracted? I go to a little different one. Of course, the application of remainder theorem only. Okay, here again is the same sum what I did the second and third sum, where I put k. Here it's k given, expression is complete. This k can be here, can be here, can be here, and here we already did. So that k can be anywhere. Process remains the same. It says when divided by x plus 3, remainder is 5. So by replacing x with minus 3, we get the remainder. Here it says remainder will be function of minus 3, and that is 5 given. So function of x. So the remainder is obtained by putting x equal to minus 3. So I put the x equal to minus 3, remainder I got is already given 5. So this is 5. Simplify it. So these are the applications of the remainder theorem. Okay. So to get the remainder, when the remainder is given, you can find the unknown quantity, what should be added, what should be subtracted. So that is it. Now I said remainder and factor theorem. So I go back to little this thing. So look at this now. 15 divided by 5 is this. We write the dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus the remainder. Right? This is what you have done in earlier classes. Dividend is divisor into quotient plus remainder. Now here the dividend is 15, divisor is 5, quotient is 3, and then I don't write remainder as it is 0. Right? So what we got? 15 as 5 into 3. So what is the relation between 5 and 3 and 15? So if you look at this number, very clearly we'll say if you multiply 5 with 3, you get the product as 15. Or if you divide 15 into 2 factors, you get 5 and 3. So 5 and 3 are the factors of 15. This is what we get from here, right? So now how to conclude that 5 and 3 are the factors? Because when it is divided, the remainder is 0. Okay? So when a number is divided by another number and the remainder is 0, then the divisor is a factor. Okay? And the quotient will be another factor. Now in remainder theorem, what are we doing? We are finding the remainder. We are finding the remainder. But when the remainder becomes 0, so the divisor will become what? Divisor will become a factor of the function. Is that clear? So I just write the factor theorem. Next one.